Hi students, welcome to this video session. My name is Samuel Chukwuemeka, as usual. In this video session, we shall use Microsoft Excel software to add matrices, to subtract matrices, to do scalar multiplication of matrices, and also to do matrix multiplication. Please, before you continue with this video, it is highly recommended that you view my video playlist on matrices. Matrices part 1, matrices part 2, matrices part 3, and matrices part 4. So we have our Microsoft Excel open. Now, one of the good uses of software is that you can reuse it. Okay, one of the good uses of software is reusability. So as you're doing your homework assignment, you might come across the same size of matrices, maybe to add the same size of matrices or to subtract them. So why don't you just make a matrix, and why don't you just make an example and reuse it over and over again? We shall demonstrate that as we move on. So we will use sheet 1 to add and subtract matrices. We shall use sheet 2 for scalar multiplication, and we shall use sheet 3 for matrix multiplication. Okay, so we will use the examples in the videos that I have done, so it is better you view the video playlist. Now, on the addition and subtraction of matrices, we have the first question here. Matrix A, let's say is matrix A, and we can just type it as matrix A. It is a 2 by 4 matrix. So we have a by column is 1 and 3. Usually when you put your data in Excel, it is good to put it top to bottom. Okay, it is advisable to do that. 1 3 2 0 5 2 and -1 -4. Then we can use here as our matrix B. By column we have 8 -2 10 -1 -5 4 and then 3 5. So we can come over here and have our we can actually write plus sign here, plus matrix A plus matrix B. We can write a plus matrix B, and we come over here and write equals. So of course this will give us matrix A plus matrix B. Okay, so one thing with this is now it is also good to write their size. So I'm going to come over here, write their size, that this is a 2 by 4. I'm using the X. I'm using the X on my keyboard rather than using an asterisk. You want to use the letters, okay? So this is a 2 by 4. A is a 2 by 4. B is a 2 by 4. Remember in the video we said that for addition and subtraction of matrices, they must have the same size. Okay, So matrix A plus matrix B will also be a 2 by 4. So what you want to do here is you have to highlight that 2 by 4 matrix. And I'm going to explain why you should highlight it. You have to highlight it because if you don't highlight it, then it will only give the result, the formula result. That is only what it will give. So our matrix A plus matrix B will be a 2 by 4 matrix. So we've already highlighted it, and immediately you highlight it like this. All you need to do now for highlighting, because some of you might ask, how do you highlight? So what I just did was I hold my cursor here and I just drag this. Okay, this is a 2 by 3, but I need a 2 by 4. That is what I did. I'll do it again. I hold this and I just hold and drag. Okay, hold and drag. So once you now have it this way, all you need to do is you press the equal sign on your keyboard. When you press the equal sign on your keyboard, it is ready for the insert function to do some calculations. So you see what comes out here, mmult, but we don't want to use mmult. With Excel, you can easily add it by, once you do the insert function, you go right on A, I click on it and hold and drag. You don't need to double click, okay? You just click once, hold and drag. So it selects the cell. You select the elements of matrix A that you want to add, okay? And after that, you just press the plus sign on your keyboard, plus. Once you press it, you see it doesn't wriggle anymore. It tells you, okay, that you have selected the entries of matrix A. Immediately you press the operation sign, the addition operation. Then you go to matrix B, right? It starts wriggling and you just hold and drag the entries, okay? Cell H2 to cell K3, right? And once you do that, okay, the next thing you need to do is just press Control Shift and Enter. Remember the thing, Control Shift Enter key. Just remember it. You press the three keys on your keyboard at the same time. Control Shift Enter. And once you do that, you now have your addition here. 9, 1, by column is 9, 1, 12, negative 1, 0, 6, 2, 1. Now, you want to now check in that video that we did. I think that is Matrices Part 2, addition and subtraction of matrices, to see whether I got it right. Now, one good thing about using technology is to check your work to see whether you are correct. So, after you add it, when you are doing your assignment, right, after doing it by hand, you want to use technology to check it. By the way, Excel is not the only technology you use for matrix operations. There are several other technologies you can use, like your graphing calculators. I'm going to teach you those in class. And I have some tutorials on my website on using the TI-84. You can use it for matrix addition and matrix operations in general. You also have some matrix calculators on my website that you can use to check your work. So, assuming we highlighted only 9, you know, assuming we did not highlight the 2 by 4, right? It will give, we will have only 9. You can try it on your own. Why don't I want to try it here? Now, one good thing about spreadsheets is that it is already formatted, Okay, this function here, these entries are already formatted. If you change one entry here, it changes this right away. So that makes it to be reusable, reusability. And if you're going to reuse this, let us say that you have more calculations on 2x4 matrices. So instead of you to type it over again, you just reuse this one. Okay, you just reuse it. So you save this spreadsheet and you just reuse it. That is one of the good uses of software. So if you're going to reuse it, it is advisable that you just highlight it and you can color code it. Color code it. So fill color. Let's say we want this one to be orange, and matrix B, we want it to be light green, and our answer, we want our answer to be light blue. So you just know that, you know, your entries, your questions will be orange, light green, and your answers are color coded light blue. You just make note of that. Okay, now so that you can always reuse it. You know, you don't want to mess with spreadsheets. You don't want to mess with spreadsheets, because if you mess with them, you know, it is highly sensitive. It might give you wrong calculations. Now, why you can reuse this, assuming we put 3 here, right? You know that 3 plus 10 will be 13. So you see now it is 13 already. So you can always reuse it, assuming you put 5 here. You know that 5 minus 1, 5 plus minus 1 is 5 minus 1, which is 4. You see, that is 4 right here. So you can reuse it. You just retype, instead of retyping this, you just type in this and it reflects here right away. All right, in another example we did in our video, we can leave 2 spaces here, and here we will use we will say matrix C. Let's do an example on subtraction. Matrix C is 3x4 matrix on the video. So by column, we enter our data by column 271, 8, 4, 3, 12, -1, 0, 2, 5, 10. And then our matrix matrix D, let's call it matrix D. Matrix D, by column, we have 1, 3, 1, 2, 8, 3, -3, 5, 7, 2, -3, 9, 4, 27. And what we did then on the video was to subtract it. So I will say matrix C minus matrix D. Okay, so I can come here and also put my minus sign. Next one, let us do it. Right now, this is a 3x4. Let's write let's leave a space, and let's leave a cell, and let's leave a row, and the next row, let's write this is a 3x4 matrix, 3x4, and this one we also write a 3x4 matrix. So why are we writing this like we did on the video? Okay, we want to know what we are going to get. Remember, For addition and subtraction of matrices, they must be the same size. Must. So please, that is why it's good to view that video. So we have to select a 3 by 4. We will select a 3 by 4, and this is a 3 by 4 matrix. And immediately you select it, you press equal. Once you press equal, you go here, you highlight matrix C, and then on your keyboard you press the minus sign, minus. Okay, you go here, you highlight matrix D, and once you do that, control, you press the 3 keys at once. Control, Shift, Enter. So we have 1, 5, -7, 5, 7, -2. I am calling it by column. 5, -3, 3, -7, 1, -17. And I got it correct. Remember, it is Control, Shift, Enter key is what you press. Control, Shift, Enter key. We can make kind of Control, Shift, Enter key. We can color code it. We can color code it to be this color. Remember, Control, Shift, Enter key is what you press at once. So once you finish this, you want to reuse it. So you go ahead and color code it as usual. Orange, light green, and light blue. All right. So that is addition, that is subtraction, and that is the examples we did. So we have finished with sheet 1. Now let's go to scalar multiplication, sheet 2. And in scalar multiplication, you know, you can always you can later on save this spreadsheet. So if you have to reuse it, and you can, you know, in your assignments, you might have several sizes, 2 by 2, 3 by 3, and you still want to, you know, list each of them in differently and reuse them as necessary. I'll put my equal sign here. Okay, now sheet 2, we have and if you're going to reuse it, you go ahead and save it. If you're going to reuse it, you will go ahead and save it. Now, sheet 2, we have the scalar multiplication. Let's have this as a matrix A. It doesn't matter, matrix A or B or C or anything you call it. Now, matrix A, we want to do, in the video we had -4 times by column, let's call this times, and by column we have 2, 0, -2, 3, and we can say that this equals, now the same thing, okay. With a scalar multiplication, we say that it will have the same size as the matrix. This is a 2 by 2 matrix, 2x2. So what we want to do here is we want to select in the answer, okay, the result matrix will be a 2 by 2. So I go ahead and select a 2 by 2 right away. And then I press equal sign on the keyboard. Okay. And then I press -4. Okay. I'm sorry. I will not press -4. Okay. I will go here and I put -4. Use this cell, please. Don't press -4. Just use the cell. Okay. Use the cell, which is cell A2. okay, that has the entry -4. Do not use -4. Use the cell. Then once you do this, you do the times on your keyboard, times the asterisk. Use the asterisk on your keyboard, and then you select this matrix A. Actually, I'm supposed to call this matrix A. I'll do that. -4 is the scalar. And once you do this, immediately you do this. What do you press? Control-Shift-Enter. Control-Shift-Enter. And you have -8, 0, 8, -12. Yay, we got it right. So actually, this should come here. Matrix A. A scalar times that. Matrix A. Okay. Now, the next example we did on the scalar multiplication was that of the fractions. So we had a 1/2. Now, I'll tell you something, okay? When you want to enter a fraction, you want to enter it as fraction, right? Let's say you don't want it as decimal. No. With matrices, if they give you the entries as integers, please use it as integers. If they give you the entries as decimals, please use as decimals. If they give you the entries as fractions, please use as fractions. So let's say you had this on your homework assignment, a fraction, and you have solved it, and you want to know whether you are correct, and you want to use Excel to know whether you are correct. Now with Excel spreadsheet, if you did not initially format it as fraction, it will use this as a date. You see, it calls it 2nd January. Okay, so we don't want a date. We do not. So what do you have to do? What you have to do here is you want this to be fraction 1/2. So you go here on the home tab, still on the home menu tab. You go to number. Okay, you click on number here, and when you click on it, you see it's in custom, the DMMM. Okay, that's the day and the month. You don't want that. You want fraction, and the fraction is here up to 1 digit. Once you do that, you press OK. Okay, you might want to delete this, and you make sure that this, if you delete it and press 1/2, then it is now in fraction. Okay, it is now in fraction. Okay, remember we did it from the number, okay, and up to 1 digit, and it's now in fraction. Now you just did this as fraction. This is still, you didn't reformat this. Okay, so we had 1/2 times by column. This is 1, 3, -2, 0, 0, 1, 0, -1, -4, then -4, 6, 2. So you had this, right? Then you had a plus 4/3, this plus, then you had a 4/3. So let's go ahead, 4/3, let's go ahead and do this right away. Fraction up to 1 digit, okay? So we have 4/3, and now, well, 4/3, it has done it as 1/3, which is still correct. It did it as mixed number, which is still correct. Now times, by column you have 3, -2, 8 0 1 2 -1 -6 0, then 4 2 -2. Then the next one we had was minus, okay, minus 1/3, 1/3. So we go here again, we format it, fraction up to 1 digit, 1/3 times. So this is a case of both scalar multiplication, addition of matrices, and subtraction of matrices. This is a case of the 3 of them. So minus 1/3 times by column 3 6 0 -9 2 1 -1 0 -3 0 -6 1. Okay, I would want this to, we will write our answer here since this is kind of big, but let's go ahead and put their size. Okay, this is a 3×4, 3x4. This is a 3×4, and this is a 3×4, so we should expect to get a 3×4. So let's kind of write equals here. Equals what? Let's kind of write what we shall get here. We shall get a 3×4, so we go ahead and select a 3×4, 3 rows and 4 columns. There you go. Okay, you make sure that you select what it will be. That's why we are writing the size. Make sure you select exactly the size of the result. All right, so once we select it, we just press equal. So this is A9 times, we just put times, we will do this all together at once, times this. Okay, then we press the plus sign, then we do H9 times, we select this matrix here. We can call this matrix B, matrix C, and matrix D. Yeah, I will put it after doing this. Then once you do that, you press minus on your keyboard. You see, once you put the operation, it stops the wriggling. So minus this cell 09, you put the times asterisk again, times, you select this cell, this matrix B, matrix C, matrix D, okay, times this matrix. So once you do that, okay, once you finished and the last one is wriggling, just press what? Control Shift Enter as once. So you see, it did this as a decimal. Don't worry, we shall put it in fraction. Let's first of all label these matrices. We shall put that in fraction. Don't worry. So this is matrix B, and this is a matrix C. It is good to always label it and also to write the size. Matrix D. Especially writing the size is very good. Okay? And lastly, we shall color code it. It's good to color code it if you need to reuse it. So let's go ahead and put these guys in fraction. That is all we need to do. We go to number, we go to fraction, because this, some of these fractions are really, repeated, repeating decimals. We might just want to put, you can select up to 1 digit, or you can select up to 2 digits. It does not matter. You put equal. This is 3 whole number 1 over 3. Okay. You select this one, fraction. This is negative 3 whole number 1 over 6. Select this one, fraction. This is 2 over 3. Select this one, fraction. This is 7 whole number 2/3. 7 and 2/3. Select this one, fraction. This is 9 and 2/3. Select this, fraction. And this is 2 and 5/6. And that's it. Select this 3.5. 3.5 fraction is 3 and a half. 3 and 1/2. And then negative 8.5. Selected fraction is negative 8 and 1/2. Okay, so you see we are back in that fractions. And if you want to reuse this, just color code this. You can color code each one of them. We can use the same colors we used the other time. We can use orange for the scalar. We can use light green for the matrix. And we use blue for the result, light blue for the result. The same thing here. Orange, the matrix, light green. Here, orange. Then the matrix, light green. Then here, orange. The matrix, light green, and then our result will be light blue. I hope I didn't scare you with my best. Okay, so this is what we had in scalar multiplication. If you viewed the video, in our video we left it as improper fraction, which is not bad, which is still okay. Okay, Excel leaves it as mixed numbers. All right, sheet 3, we now go to matrix multiplication. Now, with matrix multiplication, remember what we said. Okay, they must not be the same size. The main thing is that if you have matrix A times matrix B, then the number of columns of matrix A should be equal to the number of rows of matrix B. So let's look at the examples we did on the video. We had matrix A. Matrix A is a 2 by 2 matrix. Entries by column 1, 2, and negative 1 and 6. Okay, and I come here and I write that is a 2 by 2 matrix, 2x2. Then our matrix B is also a 2 by 2 matrix. I'll write matrix A times matrix B. Matrix B, entries by column is 4, negative 3, negative 2, and negative 2. All right. And this is also a 2 by 2 matrix. It is always important you label it, you write the entries, and then you write the size. Okay. Now, we now leave another space, another column. In this space, we write equals what? So let's have matrix A times matrix B. Okay, remember with matrix multiplication is kind of different. So let's see what we can do here. Okay. Some students make the mistake of treating this as scalar. It is not scalar. This is matrix multiplication. It is not scalar. So we did matrix A times matrix B in the video, and we also did a matrix B times matrix A. We are going to check it. We are going to do both of them and check our answers. Okay, for matrix A times matrix B, this is a 2 by 2. Matrix A is a 2 by 2 matrix. Matrix B is a 2 by 2 matrix. So 2 is equal to 2. Therefore, you will get a 2 by 2 matrix here. Okay? And you will also get a 2 by 2 matrix here. So just know that. So we write what we will get. Know what you will get, because that is the way you will select it. Okay? So we select a 2 by 2 matrix. And once we select it, okay, we can either put equal to, in this case, when you do matrix multiplication, we won't do it like the way we did matrix addition, matrix subtraction, and scalar multiplication. No, we will not do it like that. So once you select it here, you can either press equal to, or you don't need to press equal to. You press the insert function here, insert function. And once you press insert function, you can just type a brief description of what you want to do and then click go. You can just type matrix. Okay, you want to see anything about matrices here, and you click go. So here when you click go, it gives you the M inverse. This, you read this, returns the inverse matrix for the matrix stored in an array. You have M determ. It tells you here returns the matrix determinant of an array. You have M mult. It tells you here returns the matrix product of two arrays. An array with the same number of rows as array 1 and columns as array 2. See, it still satisfies the conformability of multiplication, just like we discussed in the video. So once you do that, okay, you just you want the M mult. M mult is what you want, multiplication of matrices. You click OK, and then it comes here and tells you to select array 1. You come here, you pick this A2 to B3. You place your mouse, you place your cursor here, matrix B, you select matrix B F2 to G3. And it tells you here right away what the matrix will be. Okay, the formula result is 7. Now, please do not be tempted to click OK. If you click OK right now, you will get only the formula result. That is what you will get. So while this is still blinking, what do? Control Shift Enter. What do you do? Control Shift Enter. Okay, don't come here and press OK, because if you press OK right now, it's gonna be 7 just here. Okay, what do? Control Shift Enter. Now, if you don't want to do that, also you see that this has already given you this. Okay, but we want to say it. We want to say it right here. We want to say it here. We don't want to just copy it from here. That's fine. But if you want to copy it from here, that's fine. But we want to say it right here. So we press what? Control Shift Enter. And you see that gives you here 7, -10, 0, -16. Okay, and that was the answer we got in the video. Okay, let's do BA. We also did BA. So you select it, and once you select it, you press FX. Now you don't need to come and start typing matrices again. One good thing about the insert function is that if you use it, it comes up, you know, that you've used it. So this is M mult that is highlighted. We click OK. Array 1, this time around, matrix B is array 1 first. Okay, so this is what we pick first. And then array 2, you see it gives you this in an array, but it does it by row. Okay, it does it by row 4, -2, then -3, -2. Array 2, you pick it. You see 1, -1, 2, 6. It did it by row. Okay, and of course by row you now have this 0, -16, -7, -9. If you want to write it, you know, that's fine. But do not click OK. If you click OK, you will have only 0. So what do you click? Control Shift Enter. Press the 3 at the same time. Control Shift Enter. If you don't press it at the same time, then you will not get the correct answer. Okay, so this is what we have, and I'll show you now if I have to use this, although I don't like doing it in Excel, but if I have to show you what I mean, I'll do this. I'll come and do this again. If I press this to show you what I mean, matrix B gives you this. Later I will delete this, okay? And then matrix A gives you this, right? So you see it gives you this in row 0, -16, -7, -9. Now, but see what I was saying. If you press OK now, see, gives you only 0. The next one we had a matrix C. And the matrix C gave us a 2 by 3. This is by column 2, 0, 3, 4, -1, 6. And we write the size. Okay, make sure you write the size. This is a 2 by 3. Then matrix D. Let's say times matrix D by column gave us 2, 4, 1. Okay, so you see with this you must have had idea of what you want it to be. Okay, let's write our size is 3 by 1. Let me make sure these sizes are on the same line, on the same row. Okay, so this 2 by 3, this 3 by 1. So they are conformable for multiplication. Okay, you know what? Let me write matrix D here. I think I need to write all these in the same thing. This is 2, this is 4, and this is 1. Yeah, I need to write all this in the same line. So let me call this 3 by 1. Okay, I think I mistyped the lines, and this is a 2 by 3. All right, they are now on the same row. That's fine. Okay, so this will equals what? You know, we have a matrix C times matrix D. Okay, now this is a 2 by 3 and this is a 3 by 1. So we will get a what? We will get a 2 by 1 matrix. Okay, we'll get a 2 by 1 matrix. So you see, it is important, very important, that you know this technology is for checking your work. You need to know how to do it first. Then you use technology to check your work. Okay, so I should have a 2 by 1 matrix, and a 2 by 1 matrix is just this. 2 by 1 is just this. If you select more than that, it will give you a wrong result. It will. So once you do this, what do? You press FX, M multiplication. So array 1, matrix C, you get it. Array 2, matrix D, you get it. So you have 15 and 22. That is what you have. Okay. Remember, you press what? Control Shift Enter. Oops. You see, I didn't press something right here. So let me do this again. I've got to do this again, okay? All right. Let's do that again. I select these two, fx, m mod. So array 1, I select this. See, it gives you funny signs if you don't do it well. Here, 2, 4, 1. So my answer is 15 and 22. Now, Control Shift Enter. Press it hard on the keyboard. Press it hard. If you don't press one key if you press two keys hard and don't press the other one hard, then it might give you a funny thing. So press it hard. Press it hard. Press it hard. Okay. Now we also try to do matrix D by matrix D times matrix C. We try to do that, right, on the in the video. This will not work because this is a 3 by 1 and this is a 2 by 3. But let us still try it. How about we still try it? Okay. We press fx m mod. Array 1 in this case is matrix D. Array 2 in this case is matrix C. Okay, and then you see the formula result. It tells you m mod this. It didn't give you any answer. You see, it did not give you any answer. If you click OK or if you press Ctrl or Delete, you see there's a problem here. It tells you that, gives you this funny stuff. It's not conformable for multiplication. Even when you press Ctrl or Delete, even when you press Ctrl Shift Enter, it won't give you any meaningful answer. Okay. Let's not forget to do what? To color code this if we need to reuse it again. So I will color code it light green, light blue, and maybe for this one now, for this one, I might use a orange accent 6 darker. Okay, so this is a orange, light green, light blue. If I need to reuse this, that's why I'm doing it. And this won't work. Okay, now the next one we did, we're almost done, is a matrix. The next one we did is a matrix E. Matrix E, we had a by column. We had 1, 2, -1. We had a -2, -1, -2. We had a 0, 1, -3, and this is a 3 by 3 matrix. 3 by 3 matrix. Then we write times matrix F. We had a 5, -5, -4. We had a -1, 2, 1. We had a -4, 2, -3. And this is also a 3 by 3 matrix. It's gonna work. Okay. And this is equals. Okay. So we should have a matrix E times matrix F should give me what? Write what it will give you. Write what it will give you right away. Write it. It's gonna give a 3 by 3. Okay. So I have this. Let me select a 3 by 3. Okay. This is a 3 by 3. And what do? I press the FX, M mod. Array 1, I select matrix E. Array 2, I select matrix F. And it gives me this I press hard, 3 at the same time. Control, Shift, Enter. See that? Okay. Now this will give me also a 3 by 3. So I do a 3 by 3. Then I want to get a 3 by 3 right here. Okay. I press FX, M mod. In this case, my array 1 will now be F. Remember, F comes first. So you put F, and array 2, you put matrix E. Oh no, you see, there's a problem here. So you see, giving us wrong thing. So array 2, we do it again. We put this. Okay. And what do we do here? Control, Shift, Enter. Press hard, Control, Shift. Let's do the last one we had here. Matrix G. Matrix G is a 4 by 2 matrix. So this is 2, 1, 3, 1. And this is a -1, 4, -3, -5. Then times matrix H. We have a -2, 3, -3. It's a 3 by 4 matrix. This is 1, -2, 2. This is -4, -1, 1. And this is a 5, 1, -1. Okay, so we go ahead and write the size. This is a 4 by 2 matrix, 4x2, 4 by 2 matrix, and this is a 3 by 4 matrix, 3x4. Okay. Okay. Let me put this will be better if I kind of put this matrix G here. I want to put all this in the same row. Okay. So let me kind of put all this in the same row. Matrix G. You just take your time when you're doing this so you don't make mistake. So this is 2, -1, 2, 1, 3, 1, and this is -1, 4, -3, -5. Okay. Okay, they are now on the same row. Now this equals what now? Let's look at the matrix G times matrix H, and the other one we did a matrix H times matrix G. Okay, so if we select, this won't work anyway, 4 by 2 and 3 by 4. It won't work, so we don't need to waste our time selecting it. But this other one, 3 by 4 and 4 by 2, will give us a 3 by 2 matrix. So let's select a 3 by 2 matrix. This is a 3 by 2 matrix. It's gonna give us a 3 by 2. Let's write it first. And this will be a 3 rows and 2 columns, 3 by 2 matrix. So we press FX, we get our matrix G. In this case, in this case we get our matrix H. That's what we need, matrix H first. Okay, and then the next array 2, we get our matrix G, and we press Control, Shift, Enter. Okay, and as usual, we do what? We color code it. So you color code all these. If you want to do what? Reuse it. If you want to do what? Reuse it. I'm sorry, this should be light blue, and this should be light green.